Thanks a lot, Sharona. Sharona invited me about 6 weeks ago to speak here, and she said, I have this section called Fast and Cool, and it would be a great opportunity for Pango to speak at. And, you know, Pango, we make parking easy and convenient for you by allowing you to pay by phone. And I said to Sharona, parking by its very nature is a daily habit. It's very boring, and anything that I can do to make parking more cool, I'm there. So I'm very happy to be here. As Sharona said, you know, imagine all of you are in this meeting today, and you're parked on the street, and you have a street meter, and your meter's about to expire. 9 times out of 10 today, you know, across America, if your meter's about to expire, you literally have to leave your meeting, you know, possibly walk through the rain or the snow, and go feed the meter to recharge it. With Pango, we simply on your phone allow you to recharge your parking or pay for your parking. And I'll tell you more about that. But that's what we do. We're very simply, you know, mobile payments for parking and make it a very convenient, easy solution for you. One of the things why, you know, what's really interesting about parking, you know, it's a daily habit. You know, we're a car-driven society across the U.S., but it's a $25 billion a year daily habit that a lot of people just don't think about. What's really interesting about it is that this daily habit that generates $25 billion a year, the way people collect money around it through meters, were essentially created back in 1936 in Oklahoma, and not a lot has changed since then. You know, people are still, you still see space meters, people are still feeding the meter with their coins, you know, and who the heck wants to feed coins into a meter? You know, it's 2013. When you think about the change in what has happened in the parking industry, not a lot of changes really happened. They added a credit card swipe to parking meters, and that's about it. It adds a little extra convenience, but at the end of the day, it's still the same mundane, you know, daily habit that you have to do, whether it's raining or snowing or hot. You still have to feed a meter with either a credit card, you know, or with, you know, coins. Cities don't collect data around, you know, around specific parkers, so there's really nothing inherently different about what's happening in the parking industry. So it's a, you know, we're really excited about the fact it's a $25 billion industry, really ripe for disruption through mobile and through internet, just like, you know, has happened, you know, in several other industries. What Pango does is we really change the dynamic of how you park. We change the dynamic for the consumer, we change the dynamic for cities and for private parking operators. The way you use it, it's really simple. If you're a city, we go into a city and we say, hey, would you like to upgrade all of your parking meters or your parking garages so that you can allow your citizens to pay by phone? If the answer is yes, it's really simple. We put up $25 signs on the streets, we do some internet advertising, and the system is literally ready to go. It's that simple. For the consumer, you sign up. You give your name, your license plate, and a form of payment. Once you do that, you can park either using a smartphone app, or you can use a voice recognition system that we have through a 1-800 number. So literally, you can park either by phone or by calling a number and talking to a person. You know, it works on any type of device. What's really amazing about the business model, and what we're really excited about, is that, you know, once people start parking with Pango, as a citizen or as a driver, you love the convenience, because all of a sudden now I'm in a meeting, I get a text message that someone just scanned my car, you know, and was looking at possibly ticketing me, or I get a message that says my parking is about to expire in 15 minutes. Would you like to top up? Would you like to renew? So for the average driver, you know, your level of convenience is now, your life has totally changed the daily habit by, you know, making use of the power of your phone. You know, for cities, what we allow cities to do is really simply, not only do they now take more parking sessions and increase revenues, but they also now actually are smart about who their drivers are. You know, they know, for example, if you're a frequent driver in a certain area, and based on your type of car, and based on, you know, your demographic information, you know, cities can start to figure out, like, who are really the people who are using their parking assets. So, you know, there's a huge amount of data that gets collected as we talk about big data and analytics for cities and making cities smarter, you know, in terms of parking rates and the services that they offer their citizens, you know, plays into a big part of what Pango helps them do. What we get excited about is that, and I've run several internet companies in the past, is that we actually get a piece of the transaction. So if you're an investor in Pango, or if you're Pango, we like the fact that, you know, we get recurring revenues. Whenever someone pays for parking, I get a piece of the parking revenue wherever we're offered. So that's a very attractive part of our business model. You know, Pango started in Israel. I'm sure many of you have probably used this service, you know, in Tel Aviv or in other cities there. You know, literally the technology was patented by some very, you know, very forward-thinking guys back in the late 90s. They launched the product in about 2006. And in most Israeli cities today, you know, more than 50% of the driving population actually uses Pango to park. You know, to park both on street, on the meters, with garages, and all those in different forms of payments. You know, we're headquartered in Tel Aviv, and we have our U.S. headquarters actually in New York City, in the lower Manhattan. You know, the thing that we do, is not just pay by phone for just on-street parking, but we actually do the whole ecosystem. So when we go into a city, for example, we just launched a city in upstate New York. You know, we went in and we did the on-street parking. They said, "Oh, can you do the hospital where we have to raise gates?" Absolutely, we do the gated parking. For example, in New York City, is primarily a valet-based parking industry. We actually do valet parking. So if you were here in New York City and we have a Get My Car button inside of the Pango app, and you can say, "Get my car in 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour." So we make parking truly convenient for the consumer, and, you know, it allows garage owners and city parking owners to really maximize their, their parking experience. In terms of, the whole ecosystem and value of what we provide to different folks, typically cities like what we're doing because whenever you put a new meter in, it's about $750 per space, and the maintenance on a meter is about 30% of the revenues on an annualized basis, or no, on a monthly basis. Pango is literally the cost of a sign and a very small revenue share. We actually help cities increase their revenues very quickly. With parking operators, we do the same. And it's really about, that one-to-one relationship. And not to mention for consumers, just how darn simple we make it. So, Pango, we just launched the product in the U.S. over the last 8 or 9 months. We are moving very aggressively into different cities. We just launched 2 cities in the last 3 weeks, one in Auburn, New York, one in Scranton, Pennsylvania. We think we'll see ourselves in about 20 cities over the next year. The company is funded out of Israel today. We're actually raising a Series A round, so if there's interested from any folks in the audience, I'd love to speak to you. We're also looking for partners to represent us. Unlike other companies who have just a direct model, we both have a direct and a channel partner model. So we're all about using the network of, of our friends of our company. So thank you very much, and I look forward to any questions you may have.